It's iconic, it's simple, it's commonplace. Love it or hate it, it's a vessel that has carried thousands of citizens into this small slice of the verse, and continues to do so. And while it may not be everybody's cup of tea, it's a reliable vessel with a lot of potential. Citizens, my name's Beard of Oz, and today I'll be talking about the RSI Aurora MR, the little brick that could. We'll go over what comes in the box and what it can do. Let's dive in. As you might already know, when it came to my original pledge in January of 2022, the two package options I was presented with on the RSI website were the Aurora for $45 and the Titan for $70. If you haven't watched my YouTube video on the Titan, you can click on the card on the screen now, or find the link in the description below. Well, I went with the Titan on that one because I'd heard that the Aurora wasn't great, that the Titan offered more in versatility and just looked cooler in general. And so I didn't set foot in an Aurora until a friend pledged one and I talked him through flying as I lay in the bunk behind the cockpit. And when I finally got out of the bunk, I suddenly appeared on the outside of the ship. It was not a promising first impression. And so for months, the only real thing I knew about the Aurora was that if I saw one at a landing pad, chances are it was a newer player, and that fighting them as part of PvE bounties was annoying because all they did was zip around at breakneck speed and annoy me with their mosquito bite laser repeaters. In the waning days of 16.2, with a hangar full of ships that I hardly flew, I longed for the simplicity of that new game feel. And as this was before the announcement of an inventory and wallet wipe, I figured the only way I could get that was with a brand new account. So I pledged a new account, and got the base Aurora package, and I stepped into the verse once more for the first time. And it was amazing. No longer did I have 4 mouse wheel scrolls of ships and their duplicates in the ASOP terminal. My inventory wasn't at 200% capacity, and it was just the Aurora and me, taking on the verse. Brought to you by Robert Space Industries in every sense of the word, the Aurora MR is the base configuration within the Aurora series. Categorized as a light fighter, it comes with the standard range of internal components you'd come to expect from a vehicle in its weight class. The Aurora comes equipped with 1 small power plant, 2 small coolers, 2 small shield generators, and a single small quantum drive. It has 3 SCU cargo capacity, though sadly CIG has not yet seen fit to have any cargo you purchase become visible, which is a shame considering there's this nifty little space on the underside of the main body that cargo is clearly meant to inhabit. Hopefully it's something we'll see in the upcoming cargo refactor. The ship also has a reasonable amount of internal storage for looted items, foodstuff and the like, as well as enough standing space behind the cockpit for you to manage your inventory or store a few boxes for your courier side hustle. As I previously mentioned, the Aurora does have a bunk, though coffin-like I am happy to report you no longer find yourself outside of the ship when you get up, so bedlogging no longer has that threat to offer owners of this vessel. And while the small amount of cargo capacity and coffin-like bed may not be overwhelmingly game-changing compared to some of the other starter ships, the cockpit in my opinion is one of the nicest. With an almost unobstructed view for its entirety of the forward-facing vantage, as well as a lovely glass canopy above, the placement of the MFDs in my opinion is perfect, giving the pilot all the information they'd need without having to tinker with what a certain display, displays, as well as being visible in the default viewing point without having to free look or utilize head or eye tracking integration to shift the angle of view. And I have to say, so far, RSI have my favorite setups for MFDs. Sorry, Drake. I just wanted to take this moment to thank you all for supporting the channel. It means so much to me. If you're enjoying this content, please consider hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I also stream on Twitch, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Now back to the video. But what about the pew pew? The Aurora MR has 4 size 1 hard points for all your combat pleasure, and while the fact their size 1s may have many a combat pilot balking, the fact that you cannot go any lower means you won't have to sacrifice DPS should you be a fan of gimbals, as size 1 gimbals will hold size 1 guns, so there's your silver lining. Out of the gate, it will come equipped with just 2 gimbaled laser repeaters, but you'll hardly break the bank bringing all 4 of those hardpoints to the party. While only equipped with 2 size 1 missiles, it's better than nothing. So how does it handle? In the cold, dark vacuum of space, the Aurora MR moves with a certain amount of agility, if not grace, and while its appearance may imply that it is not overly fast, nothing could be further from the truth. It easily outclasses its larger and heavier rivals in terms of maneuverability, able to turn on a dime for those jousting enemies, and while only bringing size 1s to bear, being able to position yourself in a target's blind spot allows for a longer stream of fire. But once you enter the atmosphere of a moon or worse a planet, the name bestowed derisively upon the Aurora's blocky shoulders starts to make sense. If pushed into the red past the SCM, maneuverability is hampered, and turns will need to be made with rolls and pitch as attempting to yaw will usually result in the ship's design straightening the vessel out. While seeing a significant loss of maneuverability in atmosphere is not an issue reserved only for the Aurora, it does however cast a stronger spotlight on its limitations as a light fighter. All in all, the Aurora MR is severely underrated. It houses the potential to be an impressive light fighter pushing into the MRT bracket and beyond with the right pilot at the sticks, and its 40-second call time at the ASOP terminal makes it for a great little runaround vessel. And there you have it, the little brick that could the Aurora MR from RSI. What do you think of the Aurora? Do you have it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Be sure to check out some of my other videos here. Stay safe in the verse, citizens, and I'll catch you all next time.